The first time we sailed our MacGregor was to enter it into our sailing club's members race. We really had no idea what its limitations were or how well it could sail. In the past, club races were a good way to see what a boat had to offer. We put in at the Jykell Island boat ramp and started motoring towards St. Simon's Sound. We turned up Brunswick River and started to make our way to Brunswick Landing for the captain's meeting to view the race course layout. With this being the first time we were on the boat, we had to open it up to about 18 miles per hour. As we approached the boat in front of us, Dave launched the boat over a large weight, a maneuver that I did not appreciate as I was getting the anchor line organized. A quick cruise in the East River for the captain's meeting. On the way to the start of the race, we went past a cargo ship. The behemoths frequent this area and are moving much faster than they look. We always give a wide berth. Once safely past the ship, it was time to hoist the sails. Near the start of the race, we encountered some engine issues. We decided with a good wind direction we would forgo the race and sail Jykell Creek. As it turned out, the only issue was we'd used up all the fuel while gunning the throttle.
Good.
Sailing Jykell Creek is something you only want to do with the correct wind direction and knowing where the shallows are. There's just a very narrow channel with large mud flats that are but a few feet deep at high tide, if that. You can often see wading birds walking to the edge of the channel. We sailed it with our dagger board only 1/3 down. Even with being cautious about staying in the tight channel, it was an enjoyable sail with the occasional dolphin escort. Once back to the boat ramp, we had to bring in the boat to the dock under sail. I wasn't all that fond of this plan, as it could be a really bad end to a great day, even with misjudging how much fuel the boat will use when running close to wide open throttle. We sailed her near the dock, lowered the main, and slowly coasted to the dock. Loaded her on the trailer with just dock lines. When we got home, there was a package on the front porch, a flag to fly while aboard Rogue. After we brought Rogue home, Dave had to do something about the heavy oxidation. There are really no shortcuts. Wet sanding with 1000 grit sandpaper. After wet sanding is Dave's favorite stage, compounding. That's when you get to see a glimpse of how good the job will finish while still seeing the areas that have been sanded. Next, Dave used polishing cream. All 3 steps involve side to side, up and down, then one more side to side. The last step is a coat of wax. Dave checked the depth of shine, not quite showroom, but far better than the heavy oxidation hiding a beautiful blue hole. We have many upgrades planned for Rogue. We bought her with the idea of sailing the Texas 200, the Florida 120, the Outer Banks 130, and when I retire in a few years, we will use her to complete the Great Loop. The first upgrade was to install a full enclosure, starting with the Dodger. Then we added the bimini. The entire enclosure was purchased from Blue Water Yachts. Finally, the enclosure panels were added. The enclosure adds another room to the boat and will come in handy for the brutal winters we get in South Georgia, where the temperature plummets into the 50s. It was also purchased with a great loop in mind. If this project of upgrading and sailing Rogue appeals to you, please subscribe.